Okay. I think everything's working now. Back to the art overlay. Alrighty. Hey, everybody. Today's just gonna be a short, kinda little art stream thing. Still need to get better at starting these, but yeah, I'm not expecting too much for today. Just kind of want to finish the requests that I had in for last time and then go from there. I did, whatchamacallit, test out LSD Dream Emulator for streaming for another day. And we might try that out later if I manage to finish all of my requests before I decided that I wanted to give up or the stream crashes. So if we have time for that, then we'll do that. Otherwise, if I remember correctly, the quests I need to finish for today is to finish the drawing of Redacted for Reject Clone. Got a request for Mr. Game & Watch, which is what I'm doing, or trying to do right now. Don't really have that many ideas for it. And I did get another commission a little while ago, so I might start the sketch for that, but that one might wait till later. We'll see. So 3 drawings, or 2.5, since I technically already started on the redacted one. If I finish before 2 hours, or if 2 hours passes and I still feel like doing something, then we'll try, the LSD Dream emulator stream, just to see how that goes, because I think it might be fun. Never played it before, but I'd like to experiment. Since this is kind of a chill going stream, not sure how much I'm going to be talking through it. Well, the chat is open though, so I am going to look at it, and if folks got stuff to say, I will respond to it, but probably going to be a little bit chill today. Or chiller than usual. I usually don't have much to say anyways. I really have no ideas for this. It's been so long since I've drawn Mr. Game & Watch. I always feel bad when people request him because he's such a simple character that I feel like not as much time goes into it. It's basically just a stick figure. Yet that makes it all the harder to think of stuff for him to do. And I'm not even sure if they wanted my quote-unquote humanization version. Which is a weird thing to say, because he's already technically human. But that aside, they wanted that design, or the simple one, or original. But, like I said, we'll see where it goes. Liking that either. What could I possibly have him do? So I have several Game & Watch games I guess I could take inspiration from, but if I stop to go look up references, then y'all are going to be left with nothing. I probably should have planned that out a bit, but today is kind of, I don't want to say impromptu, but if I had a personal choice, then I think I would have pushed this to another day. But I would like to try to stream at least once a week just to keep up with it. Because even when there's days where I'm not feeling it, I think I still gotta push on through, you know? What can I do? Maybe I could just make it like a doodle dump. Since he's so simple, maybe I could just do a few different drawings of him. So I can get used to drawing him again. So ever since I got into NSR, like, last year, I haven't been drawing much of my other fandom, so I kind of forgot how to do it. Let's just start simple for now so I can get back into figuring out how it feels to draw him. That looks awkward. Not that there's that many people in the chat to tell me, but how do y'all feel about the intro song that I've been using lately? I've only been using that one for every stream I've started, but I'm wondering if maybe it's a little too peppy for the stream. I don't know. I like it, but I don't know if it really fits what we're doing. What I'm going for. I'll draw a straight line to save my life right now. There are ruler tools, I'm sure, but it's just the sketch. I don't want to worry too much about it. Now that I think about it, why did I give him gloves? I guess this was going to become humanized version. Don't draw regular Game & Watch with the gloves. I cannot remember how to draw him at all. You know what? Let's go throw a picture of him up there so I can remember. You'd think a character so simple would just stick with you, but being so simple, if you don't get him right, then he looks kind of funky, you know? No, y'all can't see what I'm doing, but I'm looking for a picture to throw up in the sub view. I've got oodles and oodles of pictures of Mr. Game & Watch. For this very reason. Him and Pac-Man. I don't know why, but they share a folder in here. Just for simplicity's sake, I suppose. Okay, we'll throw that one up there. Looks about the same. It's got little ball hands, but I think that's specific to this version of them. What is this? The Wii U version, right? Not Wii U. Yeah, Wii U and 3DS version. The Ultimate version has him holding his flag now. That's right. I'm pretty sure in before Smash 4, he had like normal-ish hands. They were more mitten-like. They weren't orbs. I don't know. Maybe he's holding a mole. That is the hammer from Vermin. Maybe he's got a little mole friend. I don't remember what they look like either. I'll go search a reference of that. Watch Vermin. And none of them really have pictures of the moles. Good enough. I'll go with it. Where'd it go? Oh, it's up there. I didn't realize I was drawing so far down. Let's move you up so we have a little more drawn space. Look back in the recording, see if the buttons are picking up on the mic there. Hopefully not, but let me know if they are, so we can figure this out. Okay. I could have sworn the moles had little faces. I guess it depends on the version. Is this where they had smug little faces? Or maybe I'm thinking of the moles from Rhythm Heaven. Same difference. Because Rhythm Heaven is a part of the WarioWare universe, and WarioWare has prominent use of Mr. Game & Watch, then it might as well all be the same thing. Let's do star nose, just because I think that's cute. But I don't think all moles have noses like that, right? With their little tendril things. Not sure about that. Let's change the expression a little bit. Let's be a little more upset. I already gave him a glove, so... Yeah, I'm gonna just turn this into a version. We'll just have the extras be regular Game & Watch, I guess. I already think that my expressions aren't really the best. I think I could probably have put a lot more work into the expressions of characters. I think that Mr. Game & Watch is generally one of the harder ones to emote for, just because he's almost always in profile view. It gives me, like, literally half a face to work with. And I could choose not to draw him like that, but I don't know. It keeps to his gamey watchiness, you know? I guess I could have invented a new outfit since he's at work right now, but such as it is. Okay, can we put that below so I can see my sketch? Thank you, thank you. I can always go back and forth between doing his little... Are those a hoge? I don't know if they count in this case, since they're just kind of like little, whatchamacallits, like plant leaves. Lately I've been liking him with his little, what's his name? Jughead hat, whatever this thing's called. So, I'm not sure how well the crown really fits into the rest of the design, this kind of thing. The rest of them is so round and just have a random spiky element there. Don't know how I feel about it, but that's what he's got. Let's fix up this mallet, because that's looking a little odd. Legs are looking real weird, too. And it's looking a little taller than he should be, yeah. It's a little tall. Fix that. That's a little better for that leg, at least. Maybe I should just redo them. It all looks kind of strange. There so I can see what I'm doing. I think I have an idea. I have an idea, but I'm not sure of the execution here. I think that makes sense. But I'm not liking how it's going. I've been thinking of maybe getting some more fitting music for times like these, because I like the lo-fi beats. I like them well enough, but it seems a little unfitting for the theme of the actual stream, which we're still working out. At this rate, I'll probably never get out of this kind of test phase that we're going through. Honestly, I think I've probably done enough test streams to just go ahead and call one of these official. Let's see. We're still figuring things out. Okay. It's okay. I'll worry more about it when we do more of the line art. No, I think I'm gonna add a couple extra doodles. Just to get some more expressions in there. Okay, I think that's probably enough. At least for now. Maybe I'll think of some better doodles to do, but I think I'll go ahead and line this. Let's see, where's my usual pen? I haven't been using usual pen in a while. Oh, I made another vector layer. Maybe I'll go back to using vector layers again, but right now I think I want to use regular ones. Let's see. Just been so tired lately that it's hard for me to think of things to really say while I'm drawing. Because to be honest, part of the reason for starting this stream, this particular one, I mean, this drawing stream, besides just not wanting to break streak, was to try to force me to get these requests done in a more timely fashion. Because this week was just kind of unexpected for me, because usually my work schedule gives me most of the middle days free, so like about Tuesday through Thursday I usually have off, but this week I got scheduled every other day, which really threw off my energy balance. What I mean by that is any day that I have work, I usually use at least one day to recover from that. So I just find it all very exhausting. Emotionally exhausting more than anything. So I usually take the day immediately after work to recharge, especially if it's several work days in a row, since I would usually be working the weekends. Since this week was every other day, on top of other just frustrating things, just haven't had too much energy. Nothing really comes to my mind for conversation topics either. Especially not now, since there's nobody here. At this very moment. I don't really even have it in me to mumble that much about the process. Just trying to get it done, you know. Whether or not that produces better or worse art, I guess will be seen by the end of this. But we'll see how it goes. What did I say? Planned on 3 drawings, but I wanted to finish in 2 hours? Generally, it's like at least 1 hour per drawing. But we'll see. I guess I could talk about Mr. Game & Watch, but I don't really have much to say about him, personally. I mean, I have a lot of thoughts about him, but not much to say, if that makes sense. At least not right now. Just thinking about my favorite characters takes a lot of energy. I got a lot of thoughts. But I like them. I guess I do wonder the context of this picture. Because, I guess they're headcanons, yeah. My headcanons, I'm not really sure what Mr. Game & Watch does in the context of Flatland. Like, my assumption, or headcanon, whatever, not really an assumption, is that, I guess to explain that, I gotta explain my main headcanons about Flatland. Yeah, sure, why not? I got nothing better to do. So, in my canon, Flatland is a very kind of alien society where none of this, what I'm about to say, makes real logical sense. It's just how it works. So, in Flatland, everybody that exists there or is quote-unquote born there exists for one sole purpose, which they're usually named after. So Chef is, while technically not the only chef in that world, that is probably all that he will ever be or even strive to be. Because the world, or Flatland itself, creates individuals to fill certain niches. It's a very, very small world, literally flat, and basically only exists as the one town where most of the events take place. Maybe a couple other places. I haven't really decided how games like Super Mario Bros. And The Legend of Zelda work in the Game & Watch world. It's not airtight, they're just rough ideas. Anyway, very small world, so there's practically only one or two people per needed job or assistance, etc. And the world itself just kind of plops them out. There's no real concept of... I mean, I guess it's a concept of birth, but it doesn't happen like the way mammalians or animals do it, you know? There's no reproduction. It's just people come into being from somewhere. They already have a name, they already know what they're gonna do. Come in this world, knowing and doing exactly what the world wants of them. Mr. Game & Watch is, quote-unquote, special because he came into the world not knowing that. He didn't have a name, didn't have a job or specialty, but he was capable of... Let's have one foot sticking up just so it doesn't look as bad. Lost my train of thought. I was focusing on this mole's foot so much. Oh, yes. Doesn't know what he's meant to do or anything like that. And he just kind of imitates whatever he sees around him. I had a small comic or story idea for that. And I guess I'll share it now because I'll probably never draw it. Is that when Mr. Game & Watch first came into being and just started wandering around, he got kind of caught up in the line of the little dudes from Fire, who Mr. Game & Watch is technically based on design-wise. He's just the little simple guys from Fire, I guess Parachute. There's a couple where the generic stick figure guys are in. That aside, he fell in line with them into their office building and found him a seat at one of the cubicles or whatever. But he doesn't know what the heck he's doing, so he's just smashing buttons or whatever. And then his quote-unquote boss calls him in and says that he's fired for his bad work. And, whatchamacallit. And since Mr. Game & Watch is literally just born moments ago and doesn't understand the concept of being fired, interprets that the boss saying that Mr. Game Watch is fire. So he becomes literal fire, and that's what started the building fire in that game. I don't know. I don't know if it's really funny, but I thought it was an interesting idea. Maybe a cliche isn't the word, but less smart than I think it is probably the sentiment I'm going for. I forgot what all that discussion was about. I was going somewhere with that, but then I derailed myself. That happens a lot. Especially in times like these, when I really don't know what I can or should be talking about. Oh yeah, that's right. What Mr. Game & Watch's role in Flatland is. So anyway, a bunch of stuff happens. And him starting the fire is what calls Juggler out, since it's the firstborn Flatlander, I guess. He's also he's not really the leader of the society, but everybody goes to him when weird stuff happens, since he's been around long enough to see literally everything in this world, both come and go. So everybody goes to him for his infinite wisdom, which really isn't that much. That aside. So he takes in Mr. Game & Watch, basically just to watch over him, to make sure that the fire incident doesn't happen again. And part of his goal is to find something for Mr. Game & Watch to do. And for the most part, when he's first starting out, that's just odd jobs during occasions where the designated person is unable to complete their task or do their job. So he shadows people most of the time. Very fitting for him, very fitting. But Mr. Game & Watch isn't very satisfied with that, because he feels like, whatchamacallit, everybody in their world has something special about them that they can do. But since Mr. Game & Watch can technically do anything, but none of it is unique, he doesn't feel like he's special. And that grates on him a little bit. And I wouldn't say it's twisting him necessarily, not at this point in the story, but it is something that weighs on him a little bit. That he feels like he's really not needed. So, sometime in the future, while all that's going on, a smash invitation finds its way into Flatland. And everyone's trying to figure out who they should send. Since it's a fighting competition, most folks nominate the, whatchamacallit, the boxers, since they're the designated fighters of their world. But Juggler suggests that Mr. Game & Watch goes. Because as the invitation puts it, the representative should be someone that can, well, represent the world the best. And since Mr. Game & Watch is capable of anything, or mimicking any ability, that he would be the best person to go. And at this point, Mr. Game & Watch still doesn't have, like, a real name, because he doesn't have a real job, and that's just how this world works. Valuing people solely on their utility, etc., social commentary, wherever you may see fit. It's the handle in the wrong place. It's not so much the handle's in the wrong place, that's arm isn't holding it. And over a little bit, fix the arm. Ooh, I really need to start studying again so I can actually do this stuff well. I just noticed, when did I make a folder? Dear, dear. That aside, where was I in that whole diatribe? Oh yeah, so Mr. Game & Watch gets sent out into the Smash world and yada yada meets with Master Hand. But since he doesn't have a name yet, Mr. Master Hand decides to name him Mr. Game & Watch to mean that he is the representative of Flatland, or the Game & Watch universe. Since it's a whole thing, and I guess I'll talk about this too, because otherwise it's not going to make any sense. But in my stories, all of the characters in Smash Brothers are aware that, at least in some part, that the Smash universe is, I guess, artificial. Like, I haven't quite decided if it's so much that they know it's a game, but they know that it's not a real reality, I guess. And they have to acknowledge that when they enter that world. Because if they can't acknowledge that what's happening is fake, then they probably... then they wouldn't be able to fight as well. Because, canonically, if you think about it, unless something evil had gone down, Mario would never throw down with Luigi or a child. Well, maybe a child, if they were evil, like Bowser Jr., but I think you get what I'm saying. That some concessions have to be made to make this whole thing work. But part of that is acknowledging that the Game & Watch world is its own kind of place. Whichever you may call it. Universe, I guess. So in taking that name, Mr. Game & Watch accepts that and goes about his business, whatever. What's the whole point of getting to that? I cannot remember how I start any of these conversations. Not at all. I just talk, and whatever happens, happens. I need to start, like... You know what I need? I need one of those, things where... like, voice to text. I need something like that. That way I can just look back at what I've said and pick back up whenever my mind wanders like that. I'm sure things like that exist. I thought we sold software like that at my old job, but I don't quite remember. It's probably expensive, whatever it is. But... oh yes, I remember now. I got on this conversation because I was trying to figure out the context of this picture. Why is he doing Berman's job right now? But I guess I already answered that by just saying that he does odd jobs around Flatland. Ah, jeez, I am never satisfied when I draw characters' hands, especially when they're gripping something. I just don't know how to do it. And the lazy part of me honestly just refuses to learn. I may be doing art streams, but do not take these as professional advice. Please do not. Yeah, maybe someday I'll actually talk about all my Smash stuff, but I don't know. Okay, why does this look so wrong? One that's missing is suspenders. It's part 1. You gotta hold up your pants, dude. Okay. That. And I'm pretty sure I actually draw his human version with the cuffs on his pants. Yeah, I cannot remember how I draw any of the characters I used to draw regularly. Not at all. If I stop drawing them for even a week, I'll forget what they look like entirely. Well, entirely is a bit of a stretch, but the little nuances to their design, and I'll just start making it up as I go along. I don't even remember what Rob looks like too much anymore, because now his design is getting so close to, Android. That character. no matter. I'll work on cleaning that up later. Right now, I think that's about done. And I can clean it up later. Oh, why's my caps lock on? Mostly just want to get through line art, stuff like that, and then the rest, because this one's just kind of whatchamacallit, just a kind of out there stream. So I'm gonna do BRB real quick to reblog that I'm live again. I'll be back in just a moment. Okay. I'm back from doing all that business, so I'm gonna try to work on R again. These are the ones I started with last time that I didn't like, and still don't really like. So I'm gonna try something else. Maybe just go for something cutesier. That's what I'm feeling, you know? Always wind up doing this. Not the best practices, I suppose, but Already told y'all, this is an art stream. Do not take this as professional advice. Much better folks that can teach you how to be doing this stuff right. I just do what I do. For better or worse. Let me put this back up here so you can see what I'm doing. I do think I'd like to go back to the Go-Gurt idea. I just think it's cute, but I don't know. Just don't know what to be doing with it. In a way that doesn't look so gosh darn boring. Part of my thing, or part of what's giving me so much trouble with this, is that I can't go to most of my usual poses for him. He's got so much stuff going on his face, I can't have him touching his face. Not that much, lest he blind himself by poking him in the eye. He's also very stockily built, so I can't really have him turning his leg on himself either. Original Dark Nerd. Heyo, what's up? Thanks for joining me again today. Gonna be a little more... what's the word? I don't think sardonic's the word. Lethargic, I guess. A little sleepier than usual. But I appreciate you hanging out with us today. How is it going? Still just not sure what to do with this guy. Oh, chill. Yeah, I guess so. To be honest, I haven't rewatched all of my old streams, or past streams yet. So I'm not sure if this is really more or less chill. I feel like I'm talking a lot less. I'm alright at the moment. That's good. I'm glad you're doing okay. It's definitely a lot more chill. I think I went for several minutes without talking earlier, but I think that's partially just because there's nobody here. And for an art stream, it's a little harder for me to just think of random things to talk about. Ah, jeez, I cannot think of anything for this. Let me look back. These aren't bad sketches. They're just boring. I don't like them very much. Let me see. Yeah, I guess you could call this a vibe stream. I don't know what the vibes are, though. Unless you just want to vibe out to this royalty-free music. But otherwise, I got nothing on the brain, dude. Nothing at all. I'm looking for some references right now. I know y'all can't see what I'm doing, sorry. Just trying to find any sort of inspiration for this. Okay. I don't know. Let's turn R into a magical girl. That's always a good default to go to, ain't it? Plus, it'll give me an opportunity to be a little silly, I suppose. Oops, what did I hit? Yeah, I must be hitting buttons to just accidentally make folders. While I'm going through my stuff. Trying to hit my buttons. Okay, it's getting too small. I'm just gonna have to make the canvas bigger. Because what was I even talking about earlier? I think I was just talking about general Game & Watch lore, since I was drawing Mr. Game & Watch earlier. I already closed the file, so I can't show it to you now, but I'll try to open it up later. Let's see. His hand's going up like that. Thing is, this character has multiple arms, too. He's got 6 arms and 8 legs, is it? Something like that. Ugh. Where's the line of action going? Oh, I'm a fraud. That's mini limbs. Oh, yeah. Redacted is a big ol' mess. In the best ways possible. I absolutely adore this design. It's just hard to work with, is the thing. It's got many limbs, many organs. I'll leave it at that. Not sure how the skeletal structure works, though, because he's got multiple mouths, too. He's got, like, 2 or 3 on his neck, and 2 on his face, at least. Maybe 3 on his face. He's got the one on the side, and then he's got his quote-unquote normal mouth. But it's cool. I mean, if you're interested in them, go check out Reject Clone's blog. They love it when you ask about their OCs, so if you're interested, definitely go ask about them. Oh, jeez, what's going on here? Because when he's wearing his hazmat suit thing, then I think he just stuffs his extra arms into the 2 normal, like, arm sleeve things. So, it could still be in his hazmat suit, I guess, so I don't have to worry about these extra limbs. But, I do feel bad trying to shortcut it like that. Let's move it up so we can get more neck room. But wait a minute. Why is my viewer count off? Because if you're here, Millard, then the count should be a little bit higher. Because I know that the one viewer, or at least one of the viewers, is always going to be me. Because I have the stream popped up on my phone so I can look at the chat. So I wonder how many people are actually here if it's inaccurate. Very strange. Now that I am consciously thinking about that. I had heard somewhere that people who use adblock don't show up on the viewer count, something like that. And no shame if you do, go right ahead. I'm just wondering if that's what's happening. Yeah, I don't mind if y'all use adblock at all. Not at all. So we're just chilling here. This isn't the real. Is this 2 on your end? It says 2 now, but for the longest time it only said 1, so I'm wondering if that means an extra person is here then. Because I don't know if I'm able to see this, but I cannot see who is viewing these streams. I also haven't figured out who's actually followed this channel. There's some times when it notifies me about who it is. But is the gingerbread man? I'm Bruce. Don't worry about it. I see. I gotcha. Sorry about that. I'm mixing everything up. That is totally my bad. But good to see you then, Bruce. Dear, I need to get better at that. Because I feel like I've messed it up both times that you've been here now. But I promise I'll get it through my thick skull one of these days. I promise you. Okay. I'm just kind of meandering now. I need to start working on some of these details. Okay, let's clear up that so we can see what I'm doing here. There is a lot of stuff going on with the neck area. Let's see. I mean, I think I'm the only person who calls him Millard. Oh, no. This is the first time. Are you sure? Because I feel like I got that wrong last time, too. That I said, Bruce, but you said it was Millard. Like, I'll figure it out one of these days. I'll figure it out. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, I just read that comment. Sorry. Let's see. Speaking of which, I haven't posted the requests that I actually finished yet because I wanted to put them all together, but that one is basically done. I still need to go put the blood on it, but I feel like I can't stream that. I'll have to recheck the terms of service for YouTube. It's a little bit different between here and Twitch. Twitch I generally know, despite not streaming on it. YouTube's a little less I don't know. Because I don't know what's okay for a video, but not for a stream. Let's see. Oh no. I am Bruce. The gingerbread man is Millard. Only messed up this once. That is good. Don't worry. Alrighty. Well, I'm glad then. I'm glad that it's only been the one time, but I'll still gotta make a conscious effort about it then. I'll post it later today. Post what? I think I missed the subject of the sentence there. I talked about the drawing you did? Of, Kuneho? Yeah, I'd love to go ahead and reblog that. I really like that piece. I wish I could sound a little more excited about it, but... because I really do love it, I'm just so tired right now. I'm a little sleepy. Fan art? Yeah. Wonderful, then. As soon as the stream is done and I see it, I'm gonna go ahead and reblog that, because that's such an awesome piece that you did. Well, I guess, with your permission, later, would it be okay to show it on stream? It's okay if you're not comfortable with it. But that might be a good way of doing it, too. So I can show people the lovely art that you made for me. Okay, where are this dude's eyes? Okay, let's get rid of this mouth for now. I don't know if you'd even be able to see it from this angle. Let's do the eyes first. Pretty sure his face is centered. Oh yeah, go for it, bud. Wonderful. I'd be happy to do that. As long as I don't forget, because I'm terribly forgetful. You know what? Let me just write it on my notepad. Sure. Seems fan art and the string. There we go. So, hopefully I don't forget to check that notepad. Because a note don't mean much, or writing it down don't mean much if I don't go back to actually look at my notes. It's usually what happens in my daily life. I'll write stuff down and just not check it later. Because I'm kind of depending on myself to remember that I wrote it down in the first place. Lots of bad habits like that. Okay, let me zoom in a bit. I can see. I think that's just like a crease, just like a face crease. I don't think that's another mouth. I swear he only has like the 2 mouths on his face, then 2 or 3 on his neck. Okay. Alrighty. So now I gotta figure out the outfit. Do I want to do this as like an actual magical girl, or is it just doing a pose? This is a request, so I don't want to go too far from the quote-unquote original vision, so I guess I'll just do the hazmat suit. Darker colors so I can see over all my chicken scratch. There it is. Thought I had a reference for it somewhere in here. Let's put it over here so I can see what I'm doing. So it doesn't show what it looks like when it's off. I vaguely remember that. And I'm also now vaguely remembering that it doesn't close in around its neck. It's a little higher than that. Now I'm learning why it was a bad idea to put these on the same layer. Since he's been chibi-fied, I guess it's no need for it to be totally accurate. That's a weird thing about chibis. What things grow and shrink, what stays the same size. I always think that's funny when I look at, like, Nendoroids and things. And how, if it's essential to the character, like a mask or something, how it'll be super huge so it can fit on the head of the... Where the heck did I go? There we go. On the head of the toy. But if it also exists as a prop, then it'll be more proportional to the hand, so it makes sense there. Just funny little things like that. How exaggeration of the human form and the things around the human form can go, like accessories and things. It is interesting. Not sure how form-fitting this is supposed to be. Probably not at all. It's a big old chunky thing, and he's got to fit all his limbs into it, so it can't be that form-fitting. Like that brand, the dog. Oh, yeah! Oh, jeez. You're unearthing some very nostalgic memories, but it's almost like that. I mean, chibification is like that. But I'm not sure how it deals with, like, accessories and things. I know there were a few the dog toys. Can I send my OC? Kitty cat? These are for, followers of, things on my fan art tumblr. And my personal rule was that I would only be doing OCs of my mutuals there. Oh, you're asking for a lot, man, without hearing my answer first. Dear, dear. I appreciate the enthusiasm, but I'm a little, whatchamacallit, picky when it comes to OCs. Unless I'm doing commission, OCs are only for my mutuals. Sorry, bud. Unless I know you, and I just don't recognize your username. If I know you, let me know, because I'm bad at recognizing people. not a free-for-all. Just one. What do you mean, just one? Are you begging now? Sorry, friend, I'm just not gonna do it. It's not the kind of person and or art that I'm doing. Yeah, it's a no. Unless I know you. Like I said, I'll do it for my mutuals, but I don't know ya. Because, it's my Minecraft. I definitely don't know folks who play Minecraft. Well, Reject Clone plays Minecraft. But, yeah. I don't think I know you, friendo. That said, if you're just looking to be my friend for free art, then also, not a good look. And just like that, they're gone. At least according to the view counts. Like, I guess different artists have different feelings about this kind of thing, but I can't help but to feel like it's really rude to just come into someone's art stream and ask that you draw for them without any kind of compensation. You also play Minecraft? That's cool. I don't know. I don't have anything against Minecraft. I just never played it. And don't have a great interest in playing it. My thing is, there is only one Minecraft YouTuber that I watch. And that is Piro Pito. Because that dude is... Ooh. Even though I don't play Minecraft, it is certainly interesting watching him play. Piro Pito is a, whatchamacallit? Well, a YouTuber, but he makes a lot of horror stuff. Some of it's kind of famous. You should look him up. He's a nice old Japanese dude who makes horror things. I think he's actually working on a game right now, so his Minecraft videos have been a little slower, but whatchamacallit? But I still like popping in once in a while. I haven't watched all of them, there's too many for that. But otherwise, pretty chill, and frustration isn't the word I'd describe, because he's too nice for it to be frustrating to watch him, but you just know that he's doing so much tedious work. And I don't know if he does it because he thinks it's fun. That's just the kind of person he is, but it's nice to watch it. Let's see, it's very rude. Yeah, it really is. I think so anyways. Because, I don't know. Let me see. I want to have a lot of sparkle stuff. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. I'm very tired. We'll check them out. Yeah. Because he subtitles all of his videos, so they're very easy to watch for an English-speaking audience. But he's cool. He's cool. His videos are quite iconic. And again, I can't remember the name of any of them. I'm trying to remember. One of them's, I think, This Is My House, or Tour of My House, something like that. That's a pretty good horror piece. Very, very unsettling, that one. I guess the one he's famous for is, I don't remember the name of the video, but it's basically like a cursed YouTube channel. Like YouTube 666, something like that. Loves using that 666 as a motif. That's something for sure. Yeah, the name of their channel is Nana something or other, but you can find the YouTube stuff through Piro Pito, I think is what he calls it. Should we get a rainbow in there? Yeah, why not? This is the magic of radiation. Okay, is there anything on his shoes? I want to give him, like, boots or something, but it's all one piece, so I can't. I think this is gonna do it. It's something cute, and the pose is a little more dynamic. Not sure if it's in character, but I'm liking it. I feel like he should be a little more square, though. It's not as stocky as he should be. R is a very, very square character. Look at him here. So, let me see if I can bulk him out just a little bit more, and then I'll start line arting this. So, get rid of some of this so I can see more what I'm doing. I think it's mostly just that the legs are so long. Making him look a little bit thinner than he should. So, in terms of shape languages, or just language, there's not multiple as far as I know. It's just a lot of big old chunky shapes. And I feel like I'm not capturing that as well as I could. Let's see. And I just totally stopped talking again, didn't I? Sorry about that. But it's a head empty kind of day. Just got nothing much on my mind. At least nothing that I really want to be talking about. Life has just been tough ain't the right word. There's folks that got it harder than I do. Just an emotional roller coaster, I guess. But that happens to me about once every month, so it is what it is. Not to insinuate anything, because it's not that. It just happens in general. My mood's just very flaky. Just certain things bother me a bit more than they should when I'm feeling a certain way, you know? That's a little better. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna see how far I can get with the line art for this. Then we'll worry about coloring them. Or I'll color on my own time. I didn't color in the Game & Watch request that I did earlier either. Because once the line art's done, coloring comes very easily, so I want to try to get as much done as I possibly can, so that they're not, whatchamacallit, so that I can actually get these done. I always feel bad when I open requests and then don't get to all of the ones that came in. Like, even though, like, I think last time I talked about how I don't feel too obligated to do any of this stuff. It's, you know, hey, look, it's my son. Oh, hey, nice to find you on stream. This is the third time I've tried to do the sketch of this character, because I did not like how the first ones were coming out. Since you're here, I'll show them to you. There we go. First one, bad posing. I wanted to draw him eating Go-Gurt, because I think he deserves it, but it just wasn't looking good. And this one was just too plain and boring. So, we went magical girl posing, and we're sticking with it. I do hope that you like it. So we are starting with the line art, and then I'll color it on my own time. Today's a very tired and lazy stream. This with ya. But I thought it was the motivation I needed to go ahead and finish these requests, so here we are. But I'm glad that you can make it. Glad. Oh my god, yes. I'm happy. I wish I could express it a bit more, but I'm very tired today. Sorry. So, I don't really have that pep that I feel like I should. But there we go again with my viewer count being off. Maybe it just takes a little while to update. Because it was after I mentioned it earlier for Bruce that it had updated properly and showed the 2 people. But, now it's 2 when there's in theory 3 people. Unironically, he would like Go-Gurt since it's just cold paste. Dear, dear. Does Redacted have a good sense of taste? There's a lot of things I don't know about him, but since we're drawing him, I'll go ahead and ask my questions, I suppose. Because I feel like you've posted about his relationship with food, but I don't really recall it, to be honest with you. I have a very hard time recalling character details. My apologies, nonetheless, though. Old paste. You know, I haven't had a real Go-Gurt in forever. I'm nostalgic for it, though, because I always remember the little plastic things, or the edges just cutting the heck out of my mouth, dude. I don't know why they make them like that. Okay, now, hardest part, these hands. Because it's supposed to be kind of curled into a fist, so you would see part of it from here. But I think I erased my guide, which showed me how this is actually happening. And I could just simplify it. I don't think his outfit has gloves, and it doesn't. Wow, this is a very simplified version of it, but I don't think so. Feel free to correct me about that if his suit has fingers. Let's see. No, his sense of taste is absolutely abysmal due to being forced to just eat literal blocks of nutrient paste that's quote-unquote safe. Has a very sensitive digestive system and can be prone to health issues. As much as I love this boy, I don't imagine that he lives a particularly healthy life. Very sad. But I think that sadness makes him kind of cute, though. Yeah, no. The helplessness of it. But I'm glad that he would appreciate my box of Go-Gurt. Maybe someday I'll finish that concept, because I liked the concept, it just looks bad. It's just a very ugly drawing. Oh, and I'll worry about his ugly hand later. I need to stop looking at it, or I'm gonna upset myself. And the audience counter still hasn't changed to update. I would hug him. Yes, me too. He should be good at giving multiple hugs with all his arms. He's got 6 of them, doesn't he? I thought he had 6. I might be wrong, though. Boy, I'm starting to get sketchy again. I'm losing focus. I need to focus on what I'm doing here. I'll also put that up so I can see what I'm doing. It isn't until he physically matures later on that he gets to eat, quote-unquote, normal people food. But his early years of existence in eating soylent green-like foods has just ruined his perspective on taste. Would you be okay if I gave him Takis? Oh, Takis sounds so good. I've got like a box of 4 flavors over there in the corner. I've been munching on the past couple of weeks. Have y'all tried the blue Takis yet? They're listed as like extremely hot, but I don't think they're hot at all. And they look like a friggin' alien food, man. I don't think anything savory should ever be blue, but now I'm getting on food discourse about friggin' Takis. Oh, but this sounds so good right now. A pair of arms for all of us. Oh, jeez. If you're just getting at that part, how delayed am I? I feel like I said that minutes ago. Dear, dear. I probably need to look into that for this stream. Let's see. He has 8 arms. 6 is the amount of... Oh, so I had it reversed, because earlier I said he had 6 arms and 8 legs. Let me finish reading what you said. 8 arms, 6 is the amount of legs he has. And he would generally, or he would literally drop dead if he eats Takis, or just hot and spicy food in general. Dear, dear. That sounds about right. He seems like he wouldn't be able to handle any spice. Let's see. Savory is not a blue. Delay is like a minute. And I guess I just have very poor perception of time, but I already knew that. I cannot tell how much time passes at any given moment. I've got a very hard time, whatchamacallit, visualizing numbers, if that makes sense. Any kind of data that deals with numbers, I have a hard time visualizing it. Which is weird, because I was decent at math, but I just have conceptualizing. That's the word I'm looking for. Not necessarily visualizing it, but conceptualizing it. Ah, jeez, what is this? I specifically changed the music I was streaming so that I wouldn't have to deal with these radio voices. I don't know what it is about it, but it freaks me out a little bit. I mean, I'll deal with it. I'm not going to stop the stream just to change the music. I'm just going to talk over it, I guess. Just makes me feel like there's noise there that shouldn't be. But it's daylight, so my paranoia is not going to be too overexcited by that, thankfully. Dear, dear. Okay. I think I got most of music lines. It's just going to be a matter of detail now. Okay, detail and clean it up, and then I'll color it on my own time. Or maybe I'll go ahead and color the 2 requests I did. I'm starting to feel not better necessarily, but I feel like I could do at least that much on stream. Like I said, coloring doesn't take too much. Usually flat color anyway. See. Math is just solving a puzzle. Conceptualizing numbers is a whole different thing. Yeah, I'd agree with that, because I like puzzle solving, for sure. Most of the games I have are, like, puzzle games. But I also think they'd be bad to stream, so now I'm kinda trying to figure out what other games I can stream, because I don't draw all the time. And I don't think I'm very good enough to warrant becoming a real, like, art streamer, you know? This is just an occasional thing. Something easy to do while we figure out the stream stuff. On the bright side, we haven't crashed yet, which is good, which means I get to keep on going. Because we're not doing a repeat of last time. I have, like, what? Like 4 or 5 different videos for that one stream alone, just because it kept crashing, and I refused to give up on it. Let's see. Probably should have put a guideline so these would be even. But you know what? I feel like cheating today. That. There we go. Tweak it a little bit. There we are. No harm in taking shortcuts. That's the beauty of digital art. Baba's you are definitely good. Nah, man. Like, I don't know. Like, I've told myself that I probably just need to get better at taking compliments like that, but at least when it comes to my heart, I don't know. Like, what makes me... Yeah, I'm not going to dwell on it anymore. Thank you. Let me just say thank you. I appreciate you saying that. And stop trying to make... feel bad for myself. Definitely good enough. I went through and watched all these... You watched all of them? Oh. Well, I hope you had a good vacation. Honestly, good enough. No. Okay, what did I just say to myself? We're not throwing pity parties here. Just say thank you. So, thank you very much. I'm a little tongue-twisted now. I have a very, very hard time taking compliments, dude. And it's just that when I think of someone who does something like an art stream, I feel like... So, I either need to be one of two things. I either need to be talented enough to be broadcasting the process, or be entertaining enough to offset that, you know? And especially for today, I don't think I've had much focus on being entertaining, which is bad, because if I'm gonna be doing streaming seriously, then I think I gotta have to be a bit better as a performer, you know? Like, I don't need to put on airs, I don't need to fake myself necessarily. But I think a monochrome of effort needs to be put into it, you know? And I lost my train of thought. There was something else I was going to talk about before I went on that little personal rant. Let's see, you make great background noise when I go ahead and draw. Don't be so harsh on yourself, dude. I generally love your art and I've been following your content on Tumblr for years. Yeah, you've always been there, and I appreciate it, man. I wish I had the courage to talk to you more, because I think we could be good friends. Although, trying to remember how old you are. I think I'm a little bit older than you, dude. A little bit. But that said, yeah, I think I am glad to have met you as one of my Tumblr mutual buddies. I think you are amazing, too. Because I love the style that your stuff has. Like, this reference picture I'm using here. It's so clean, it's got a great style. It works great for enamel pins. I still have that, which one did I get? It was the mushroom that I got, right? No, I got the, cornet hermit crab. I still have that on my bag. I love that thing, man. So I am flattered to hear compliments from all of you tonight, because I think that y'all are... Oh, great. Sorry about that. Accidentally resized my window. Lost my train of thought again, sorry. To hear praise from people who I think are amazing artists is... That's why part of the reason why it's so hard for me to take compliments from you guys. Because I think you're just so much more talented. Like, Bruce, I love all of your character designs. You have some amazing stuff. You have a great eye for detail, I think. Just so much fun and interesting stuff going on with your work. And I wish I said it more. But I love both of y'all, absolutely. I'm 21. I'm way more active on Insta in terms of keeping up with my DMs. Feel free to shoot me a message anytime. If I were a little braver, I'd definitely do that, but my social anxiety is terrible, man. It's a wonder why I even decided to live stream in the first place, to be honest. But who's here? R doesn't have ears. Why'd I put an ear there? Go back to my reference. No, he doesn't have ears. There I go, inventing details again. Lost my train of thought again. 21. So how old am I? 23? So not too far off. So yeah, we could be friends. It's just that when we first followed, when we first started mutually following, and I found out that you were younger than me, it was a little bit weird. Or I feel weird approaching people that are younger than me. I'll put it that way. Not because of like a superiority thing. It's not about that. Because I think you can make good art at any age. You are fantastic for your age, for sure. It's just, I don't know. I don't like that responsibility. You know? But now that we're both legal adults, it's a little more even. So maybe we could be friends. So I've dealt with some weird people, man. There's some weirdos on the internet. That's why I don't draw for free anymore. Or do requests like that one person who came in. Let's see. I have a new pin Kickstarter coming up soon as well. It's Lego themed and they'll be dyed soft enamel pins. Hopefully I'll have better luck in pulling more backers this time. Cross fingers crying emoji face. Yeah, I think I saw the, the concepts for that one. I'm not too into, Lego fandom, but I think I saw a cute one there. There was one that was like a little heart, right? No, there was a crystal, there was Unikitty, there was something... No, it wasn't a heart, it was a peach, because it was from Monkey Kid, right? I have a friend who's into that show. They recommended it to me, but I haven't gotten around to watching it yet. Oh, let me read the comments again. Thank you. And honestly, your poses, stories, do not say anything about my poses, dude. My poses are awful. But stories, character design, style, and aesthetic are to die for, in my honest opinion. Oh shit. Sound, swag, reject. There we go. But yeah, once that Kickstarter goes up, I'll promote it when I can. I'm usually pretty bad about reblogging posts because I usually wait until just whenever, I guess. So I'm usually very bad about time-sensitive posts, but this time, if I see it up there, I'll reblog it as soon as I see it. Man, you're making me blush. Yeah, I get how you feel about talking to younger artists. Most of my art/pin artist mutuals are way younger than me, but thankfully they're very respectful. Like, yeah, I mean, artists is a part of it. Like, it's just younger people in general. I just feel uncomfortable talking to them. It's just responsibility I don't want to have to deal with, you know? As an adult, you know. Now that I'm adult age, I feel like I gotta be a little more careful about that kind of thing. Bruh, are you kidding me? Okay, let me go pull up the art you just did for me. Where is it? Because I need you to not be... Have you sent it to the Game Bunny Advanced blog? Where are my messages? Let's go pull that up right now. Because you said it was okay. You said I could show this on stream. The image. Take that into a new canvas so y'all can see it. Look at this. I couldn't do a pose like that because I don't know how to draw bodies or nothing. 95% of my poses are slight lean with hand. Not this one. This one's cool. Look at her. That looks perfectly, like, relaxing, just chilling. Look at that. Don't you tell me stuff like that. I don't want to hear it. You do amazing poses. And hard work pays off. It shows. Like, it doesn't need to be fast for it to be good. Not at all, man. Underselling yourself. I will not tolerate it in this chat room. Do you understand? No. You're good, and I want you to know that. There we go. This one is at the 5% of posts. Man, like, I guess it's hypocritical for me to say things like this when I do the same thing and don't accept these compliments. But don't focus on the negative so much. Like, the fact that you are capable of turning out work like that means that you possess the right skills, man. It's just... Like, even if it doesn't come to you 100% of the time, even just some of the time is good, you know? Like, I'm not putting that in a good way, or as articulately as I'd like to, but I hope that my feelings are kind of getting across. Let's see, damn, I gotta leave for dinner. Let's see, your poses are... Ah, man. A lot of my poses I get from references, but I've gotta leave for dinner right now. Best of luck to the rest of the stream, and thanks again for drawing my abomination of an OC. Oh, thanks for sticking around for a short while. It's always good to see, quote-unquote, new faces here. Or more folks to talk to. I do hope to get all of my mutuals in here someday. But thanks for hanging around. I'll post this when it's finished. Or when I do the coloring and stuff. So yeah. Lost my train of thought again. Sorry. That keeps on happening. And will continue to happen for as long as I live, probably. Okay, maybe the finger's getting a little too thick. Let's move that over. It's like overlapping in ways that it shouldn't. Let's see. I get ya. Yeah, like... I don't know. Maybe it's something we all gotta work on a bit. Taking compliments, I mean. But yeah. But... speaking of references and things, well, I don't think it's necessarily wrong to use references in your work. That's how you get better, you know? Is to, reference the world that you're looking at. That we exist in. And if I spent more time doing that, I'd probably be a little closer to where I'd like to be in terms of skill. But, you know. Just call it what it is. It's me being lazy. Yeah, because the human body is a very flexible thing, you know? It is not easy to depict it in all of its, I guess, nuances is the word. So I think it is absolutely okay to look at references for things like that. Like, I don't know, art is such a weird thing in terms of valuing it, I guess. Not like in monetary value, but I guess in terms of, I guess, skill. Because of someone who's good at, you know, drawing what they see may not be as good as, like, inventing things. Like, you and me with the poses. We reference poses because, well, at least in my case, I'm not going to speak for you. I reference other poses because I'm not too good at visualizing the human body on my own. So I have to look at a reference to kind of take in the nuances or the little creases and things, the anatomy, you know, to see that and be able to incorporate it in the work. And it's not like we're tracing. That's not what's going on at all. It's just a different skill set. Because if I look at a pose, I can usually get it to work with the style of character that I'm drawing. Because my characters and designs very rarely, whatchamacallit, follow human anatomy, at least in a perfect way. Like, look at this hand. My hands always have like 4 freaking fingers, and it looks weird when they gesture a lot of the time, which is a personal problem that I gotta work on, but, you know. Stuff like that. Yeah. So things like that, I don't know, it's just different stuff. I lost my train of thought again. I forgot where I was going with that, or what the point of it even was. I said, that's gonna happen a lot, and will happen for the rest of my life. Just always been bad at keeping track of what I'm actually thinking about. I think that comes across in the way that I write, too. It's very rambly and long-winded, to say the least. I think I could work on being a little more brief, I guess is the word. Speaking of brief, let me check how long I've actually been streaming for, because I did only want to go for a couple hours. An hour and 45 minutes about. So, a little bit longer. I'm almost about done with this. The line art, anyways. Let me see. Well, since you're here, what sort of games do you think you'd be interested in seeing from me? Because most of the gaming I actually do, like in my personal life, is all on console, but I can't stream that without a capture card. Right now, whatchamacallit, Dream Emulator is on the table. Tested that out, and I think it works. I should be able to stream that, no problem. But the kind of game that is, basically just a wandering game, I'm not sure how fun that's going to be. This is basically just going to turn into one of my art streams where I'm just rambling about nothing. You know? And the other games that I already have on my computer are all puzzle games, which, again, is going to turn into me rambling about stuff. And or the people that are watching are going to wind up backseating a lot. Like, I cannot imagine that puzzle games are fun to stream. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Baba is you. You brought that up earlier. Yes, I played that. I have it for the Switch. So I'd need to buy it again on PC to stream it. But it's a fun little game. I never beat it. And I got far enough. I think I got to the special flower world, and then I just gave up. So, I guess about halfway through the game I got through. Let's see. I enjoy your rambling a lot. Well, thank you. I mean, if that's what the stream is gonna be, then I guess maybe those are the best games for it. Because, it's probably just because they were my first streams, so I was still figuring stuff out and was still a lot more nervous about it. But I feel like the NSR streams were the worst ones I did. And it's a combination of things that made that one not great. One part is how I basically was rushing through the whole game, because the point of that playthrough wasn't to play the game, it was talk to all the NPCs. So to get to that, I need to rush through the game. So I didn't pay much attention to it. And I'm not sure how entertaining that would have been. It's the first stream of that is the most views right now, but that might just be fandom stuff, you know? Folks who like that game and wanted to watch somebody play it. But doesn't necessarily mean it was a good stream, you know? Can't depend just on the views for that. See, maybe some RPG stuff? Like, RPG Maker games? Yeah, I could do that. It's been a while since I've actually played any, though. And a lot of the ones that I know about are all horror games, which, to be honest, I'm not too big into playing horror stuff, because I'm a big old baby. But I can look into it. I can definitely look into it. Because I do like RPGs, but a lot of them, unless they're short little indie ones, they're also kind of a big old time sink, too. So if I get one started, I'm going to be stuck with it for a while, as far as content goes. So I'll have to pick one I'm into, or is short enough for me to get through in 1 or 2 streams. My attention span ain't too good, so I like to jump around a lot. So I don't want to stick with anything way too long, you know? Okay, it's almost done. I'll just get this little strappies here, whatever this may be. Let's see. Oh, and if you have suggestions for specific games, do let me know, too. I'll consider them. Because I'm wondering how much or if this early, if I should be doing streams of games that I've never played before. Because that could lead to a lot of dead air if I get stuck, you know? Whereas with a game I generally know, I'll probably have at least something interesting to say about it. Because I'm full of trivia for the things that I like and love a lot of the time. Something's off here. It's not centered. Let's see if I can move this over a little bit. This much should not be towards the center. Well, so cut it. Over. Nice. What the? What? Oh, that's not my eraser. That was a curly cord. Okay. Energy down. Yeah, short RPG Maker games sound good. Okie dokes. Well, I'll look into it then. Do you mind emulation? If so, there's a bunch of GBA games that would be good. I don't mind emulation, and I do have a couple of games that I could emulate. I just don't know how good that would be to, or what I'm saying is, if that's against TOS or whatever. Because I had heard, dang it, I'm using the wrong brush. I'm not certain about this, but I think, I think Twitch actually has something against emulation. It just kind of goes under the radar if you don't bring it up, you know? Like, there's a ha-ha wink to it if you're playing an emulated game. Which they don't really enforce as far as I know, but it is technically a rule. And as while I'm still small on the site, I don't know if I want to risk that kind of stuff. I'll look into it, though. Because, yeah, I think we could have fun playing something like Ham Ham Heartbreak or something. I'd like to play through that again. I've only played through it once, and the only time I did it was through emulation. Myself view again. And I think Chibi Robo would be fun. I always wanted to do a video series on Magician's Quest because that game is so rare in the Western world. But that's an Animal Crossing-like game, so if I do a stream of that, that thing's gonna go on forever. Because technically, to see everything, if you don't tamper with the clock, you would need to play at least a full year of it. Because there's a new mystery. There's 52 mysteries to solve in the game, which I guess would count towards completion. If you don't want to count all of the achievements and things, which are also basically impossible to 100%. But if you just want to do all the mysteries, there's 52 mysteries in the game. That's one per week, so I'd have to do literally an entire year of streaming to finish that game, quote-unquote. But if I look into that, and it's technically okay for me to do it, then emulation is definitely an option. I would be okay with that. Because that would solve my capture card problem. If I could just emulate games that I definitely own on disc, except that I definitely own on disc, and can show them that way, then that eliminates one of my problems. Like Super Mario Sunshine. I have that on disc, but I can't stream it unless I get a capture card. Or I emulate it. But I legally own a copy of that game. Let's see. I still get mad at myself because I could have gotten Magician's Quest for free years ago, but I turned it down like a fool. For free? Was someone just giving it away? Man, it feels bad too, man. I'm sorry. I would feel terrible at that. But, because it's a fun little game, definitely download and emulate it if you haven't already. That game's too expensive to not emulate it. Like, do not feel bad about that at all if you can find a ROM of it. Because it's fun. It's fun. Because it's very Animal Crossing-like. I think, because to be fair to it, I compare it to Animal Crossing Wild World, which is what it would have been kind of competing with at the time. Although, if you go by release date, it would be City Folk. Because I think City Folk came out at the same time. Wild World would have already been on the market for a while. Rambling aside, the point I'm trying to get to is that it's very much like Wild World, but it actually has a lot more customization options. Like the town tune, instead of doing it on like the Froggy bulletin board, there's actually a piano where you play the notes. So as long as you play the notes exactly how you'd want them to, like including the speed and stuff, then you can get like whole songs in there, man. And when I say play the piano, like you actually basically have to teach yourself to play piano. It's not like you pick notes from the from a list like with the bulletin board. It's a piano interface. You have to play the song as it records you. It's kind of interesting. Let's see. I was offered it because I was given a defective game at the Curacao? I'm not sure what that is. Store, I'm guessing. Anyway, at the Curacao, but I just got my money back. I see. Yeah, man, that would have been a great deal. I could sell that for hundreds now. Dang. That sucks, man. That sucks. But, as I said, emulation's an option, and it emulates pretty well, at least from what I played of it, because I both own it and have emulated it. I emulated it first, and then I bought it, because I was lucky enough, or quote-unquote lucky enough, to find it online for a not miserable price. I think I got it for, like, it was between $40 and $60. I don't recall, though, because I can't find the confirmation email of the purchase. I wanted to verify that for something else, but yeah. I was saying, oh yeah, customization options. Like, the game actually lets you have, like, whatchamacallit? Like, there's transparency options, actually. When you, like, design the school uniform, like, you can make the skirt short if you're designing a skirt. I don't remember about pants, though. And if, let's say, I wanted to avoid legally downloading a ROM of Magician's Quest, what places should I avoid? To be honest, I downloaded mine before the big ol' Nintendo takedown of ROM sites, so the place I totally didn't download mine from totally safely is kind of gone now. So I honestly couldn't tell you places to avoid. I wish I could. I'm not trying to be coy about it. But, yeah, I wouldn't know now, because it is a nightmare trying to find any kind of Nintendo ROMs now. Because what did I just download? It was something I was looking for. So I was testing something with the homebrew on my 3DS. Since the eShop is about to shut down, and I don't advocate for pirating games necessarily. If you can still buy them on the market, I say you should buy them. It's only stuff that's, out of print and or way too expensive to get, where I really advocate for emulation. So, the stuff I was doing with Homebrew, basically, in regards to that, was basically just trying to get into the eShop without having to update my 3DS, but I wound up updating it and not losing my Homebrew, so... End of that story. I don't even remember why I went on that tangent. There I go, forgetting what I'm doing again. Okay, I think the line art on here is basically done, so I'm gonna worry about coloring another time. But that means, I guess I'm basically done with what I wanted to do today. Did you download the new Ligma update for Lumas? I don't remember it being called Ligma, but yeah. I did, so all that stuff's up to date, and hopefully we never have to worry about that again. Because I'm hoping that Nintendo will just stop support, well, not stop support for 3DS, but stop pushing out updates so I don't have to worry about this anymore. Because there's only one reason I have, or really have, homebrew on my 3DS, and that's so I can make amiibo cards. Otherwise, I don't use it for much. I did get in a GBA emulator for it so that I could try playing Hamtaro Ham Heartbreak on it, and it worked out. But yeah, otherwise that's it. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's it for that. Hands are looking weird, but I'll deal with that another day. Let's see. Redacted. Magical, I guess. So, later. As long as we're all having fun, doesn't matter if we get off topic. Well, getting off topic is one thing, but just totally forgetting what I'm talking about is another, you know? It's like I literally can't remember what I was talking about, or why I started talking about that other thing to begin with. Let me close that out. Close this out. Okay, well, let me think. I guess I got done what I wanted to do for today. I did say if I was still feeling it that we would try doing the, what's that? Marion Mackenzie version red. What? Is that a real person, or am I getting botted again? Here, I don't know how I can take care of this. This is why we don't have, or I've set it up so that the chat doesn't appear on stream. In case of weird stuff like that. You let me know if you're a real person, though, and I'll apologize. Okay, so, since I said this is what we're gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and... Whoops, wrong one. And see if I can throw up LSD Dream Emulator, just so I can test it out. See if that's gonna be a viable stream for next time. It's gonna take me a little bit to load that, though. Let's see. Because I'm just not in the mood to do the coloring on stream. I don't know why. I just don't feel like it. Is this gonna have to reload every time I start this? Oh, yeah. Never mind. LSD Dream Emulator is something I need to prepare for, because to play it in browser, it needs to go fetch the files. And when I was testing it earlier, that took like an hour to like 30 minutes, so that's not happening today. We're not waiting on all that. I guess I'll just go ahead and close out the stream then. I did what I wanted to do. I'll do the commission sketch another day. So yeah, let me go throw up this, just so we have a small visual while I say goodbye. Well, I do appreciate you hanging out with me again today. It's always fun. Oh. Oh? Yeah, I really wasn't planning on going that long today. 2 hours minimum is what I said, and I'd go a little bit longer if I was feeling it. Or we were gonna do the dream emulator thing, but that's gonna take too long to load. Even if I were to do the coloring, I still don't think it'd be loaded by the time I finished it up. So, I'm gonna worry about that another time. I'm gonna try to stream again next week, probably midweek. Probably shoot for Wednesday, maybe Tuesday. Tuesday or Wednesday next week. But other than that, I think that's gonna do it for today. We didn't crash, everything looks good. I seriously don't know what happened last time. Yeah, it's always fun. Thank you, friend. Of course, of course. One of these days, like, this is probably the smoothest stream I've had so far, aside from the lackluster commentary in the first half, where it was just nothing, because I'm just so tired. But, yeah, not a bad time today. We'll get better at this. I'll figure this out. Maybe next time we'll try doing this in character. That's what I'm gonna shoot for. But, alrighty. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. And I hope you have a lovely rest of the evening. I'll see you next time. Looking forward to it. Today's stream was great. Thank you. Always appreciate the feedback. I hope to see you next time, too. See ya.